Good to have you with us. Now let's look at some of the issues considered by committees in both chambers.
During the week, the House of Representatives Committee on Public Petitions met with officials of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission over the freezing of bank accounts belonging to the former First Lady, Mrs. Patience Jonathan. The acting chairman of the commission started by apologizing to the committee.
I want to apologize for whatever inadequacies we had, our inability to come because I was on journey outside the country. I have the greatest respect for you because we all think alike, very much alike. And we are looking for, thank you for supporting us in what we are doing. And we need the support of every Nigerian in the fight against corruption.
He then handed over to the commission's lawyer to speak.
My Lord, it is in view of the above pending litigations, there are several litigations on this matter, that the Commission considered it appropriate to draw the attention of this committee and the distinguished chairman to the Court of Appeal decision in the case of Bello versus AG, Lagos State. This is the decision of the court, because there are pending litigations in court presently, as we talk now, and the learned sick knows about that. The cases are there in court. This is what the Lagos State Division of the Court of Appeal said in Bello versus AG of Lagos State. He said, when a party to a suit or counsel on his behalf takes steps outside the court designed to affect the outcome of a pending suit or application, that person will be acting in contempt of the proceedings. Therefore, it is an established principle of our justice system that when a matter is sub judice, that is pending before a court, parties are precluded from taking any step to prejudge the outcome of the proceedings before the court, because doing so will amount to contempt of court, which our law does not permit.
It's a position that members of the committee are not comfortable with.
Draw a line. Those accounts that are still in litigation, please let us know those ones. The ones that are not in litigation, let us also know them, so that it will help us to go further. Don't attempt to blanket everything and tell us that the matter is in court and so we should hands off. Also remember that regardless of the person involved, perhaps you think it's because it is the Patience Jonathan, a Nigerian citizen, an ordinary citizen of this country, whose account is frozen by our agency, that is the EFCC, for over 1 year, and no step is taken. Do you think that that is reasonable, even as a legal practitioner?
Eventually, the committee has directed the commission to supply it with the list of accounts belonging to the former First Lady that are not under litigation. At another sitting during the week, the Committee on Public Petition considered a petition on the alleged ceding of Nigeria coastal waterways by the Federal Ministry of Transportation and the Ministry of Defense to a foreign company. With representatives of both agencies present, the hearing commenced. The Chief of Naval Staff starts with an explanation.
Honorable Committee, but the details of the petition were not made known to us.
The Minister of Transportation is next, and he responds to some of the issues raised in the petition.
The petition is predicated on these 2 points. And we have said, if he says we are ceding, we have no powers to cede. Only the President and possibly the National Assembly. We don't have such powers. That's why the President approved that those armed forces be trained to man our coastal way. And the reason why they are even going to man that coastal way is because the law that establishes NIMASA gave them that responsibility without giving them guns. Until we set up Coast Guard, which is the responsibility that should be given to NIMASA.
The proceeding is, however, interrupted by this lawmaker.
The Navy said they have not been served a copy of the petition, which apparently means that they are not really ready, in this sitting. Honorable Chairman, members of this committee are seeing the submissions from Ministry of Transport for the first time. And issues about security are very crucial issues that we need to understand what we're talking about.
He raises a motion for the hearing to be adjourned. The motion is passed and the hearing comes to a close. It is expected to reconvene early next year. Another committee that met during the week is the Ad Hoc Committee investigating the non-remittance of contributions by the 3 tiers of government and their agencies into the Nigerian Social Insurance Trust Fund from 2010 to date. Appearing before the committee, The Managing Director of the Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund urged the National Assembly to intervene by ensuring that several federal government statutory bodies register and contribute to the Employees Compensation Scheme under the NSITF.
The 36 states of the Federation, the Federal Capital Territory, and the 774 local governments, 6 area councils of the FCT, the federal government, and other companies comply with ECA 2010 by registering with the Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund under the ECA 2010 so that their employees can benefit from the following available compensations when occasion warrants.
The committee has summoned the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Budget and National Planning, as well as the Minister of Labour and Productivity to explain the non-remittance of contributions by 3 tiers of government and their agencies into the Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives Committee on Capital Market has adjourned its public hearing on the conflict between the Minister of Finance and the suspended Director General of Securities and Exchange Commission till January of 2018. The chairman of the committee, Mr. Yusuf Tajuddin, explained that its decision to adjourn the meeting is based on a letter from the Minister of Finance, Mrs. Kemi Adeosun, seeking to attend the Federal Executive Council meeting. Mr. Tajuddin says the decision will give room for fair hearing.
Because of the nature of this hearing, or the volatility of this hearing, because the interest it has generated, that we should be seen as being just and fair. Now, if we go ahead today, we might be seen as not being observing the natural law of justice of a hearing, having received this letter.
During the week, the acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Magu, disclosed that the agency has given autonomy to Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit. Speaking before members of the Senate Committee on Anti-Corruption at a budget defense session, Mr. Magu said the NFIU would begin operating as an independent agency beginning from January 1st, 2018. Global body, the Egmont Group of Financial Intelligence Agencies, suspended Nigeria this year for failing to make the NFIU independent. Since the suspension, the National Assembly has been working to enact a legislation which will make the NFIU independent and separate from the EFCC. Although the committee welcomed the new status of the NFIU, the committee chairman is not impressed with the proposed allocation for the NFIU in the 2018 budget.
This time around, they are now going to be on their own. They already have an account department that will run their financial independence and independence of the EFCC. But still, they still remain on us and in principle, actually. You said? I say we have given them, the system has accorded their financial autonomy. Okay. Yes, and operational autonomy. Okay. Yes, and administratively they will continue to run their affairs independent of the EFCC. So they are independent now? Yeah, autonomous, financially, operationally.
We are asking that everything you want to do now, from this budget presentation, towards everything we're going to do, we lay the foundation here. That's going to be a new outfit that are going to employ, are going to do this and that. 800 million budgeted for this cannot go anywhere in terms of foreign trips. Because if we want to let NFIU go, they have to go with all the requisite expectations, the paraphernalia of the office that can make them to become autonomous.
So that is the National Assembly for you this week. The lawmakers are now on their Christmas break and will not resume till early next year. Let me use this opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas from all of us here on the Gavel. Spend time with family and have some fun while you're at it. We will try and do just that here too. Well, till next week, I'm Lanre Lasese. Take care.